Me? Okay, we are live.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning to all the people following this event live from the European Conference on Machine Learning and Principle and Practice of Knowledge Discovery Database held in Turin, Italy. I am Beatrice from the communication team of SoBigData. I introduce you Katia, that is organizing with me this event, also from
Hello.
communication.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
We are glad to introduce the two computer scientists who awarded the SoBigData Award for Diversity and Inclusion, which aims to promote diversity in informatics and computer science international events. This is the first conference that SoBigData chosen for the award due to its importance in the international panorama of computer science.
This morning, we are going to interview the two awardees, Dr. Saravanan, I hope to pronounce well. She's an assistant professor of computer science at the University of South Dakota, USA. Good morning, Dr. Saravanan.
Good morning.
Monika Jain, PhD scholar at the Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology in Delhi, India. Good morning, Monika. You are our guest, and thank you for participating. Let us also introduce you Dr. Marco Braghieri, our contact person for King's College London, and also a SoBigData partner and member of the SoBigData communication team. Good morning, Marco.
Good morning.
And Michela Natilli, that is one of the project manager of the SoBigData research infrastructure. She is also active in research on gender topics and inclusion in academia and in science. Good morning, Michela.
Good morning, everyone.
Let's start with a question to Marco Braghieri. Dr. Braghieri, can you explain what is the SoBigData Diversity Inclusion Award?
Yes, well, basically, the SoBigData Diversity and Inclusion Award is a support mechanism for individuals in order for them to take part to conferences or in international events. And the two awardees we have this morning are the first two awardees of our Diversity and Inclusion Award. Each year, the SoBigData project has chosen and will choose in the next years 2 events in which to support and promote diversity through participation. So basically, this is what the award does, and we are very, very happy and thrilled to have the first 2 awardees here with us.
Katia, we cannot hear you.
You muted.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Marco. Now let me introduce you Dr. Saravanan and Monika Jain, the two awardees of the first award edition. Dr. Saravanan is an assistant professor of computer science at the University of South Dakota, USA, and she's very active in promoting diversity in data science, especially concerning the access to academic professions for women in technology. Dr. Saravanan, would you like to introduce yourself and your research field?
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Marco and Katia and the team for this award. So I'm Dr. Vijayalakshmi Saravanan, and I have been teaching teaching and research experience for more than 13 years of teaching and research experience in the diverse, community. And then I am currently working on the big data, machine learning, and then my research topic includes big data, multi-core processor, high performance computing, and currently I'm working on how the anomaly detection takes place with the molecular dynamics data, and then how the sentimental analytics, affect the students' study performance and the distraction. And then one more the topic is the mental suicidal ideation thoughts using the sentimental analysis. So for the last 13 years of my experience, my research interest includes high performance computing, and then big data, and then data science. Yes.
Thank you. Another question. What led you to participate in the SoBigData Award for Diversity and Inclusion?
Yes, first and foremost, I would like to thank you for this award. I'm honored and then privileged to receive this award as a first, big data, big data, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So yes, as Marco mentioned, when I was going through the big data, diversity, inclusion award, so it was clearly mentioned that their main motivation is they wanted to include more women candidate in the women in computing, as well as the big data field, right? So I feel like I'm the best candidate for this award because I have the diverse experience and with respect to the race, as well as first women in color of engineering, as well as I was always contributing and promoting towards the including diversity and inclusion all throughout my years. Okay. So I was feeling like so when I was born in southern part of India, and I was had an got the opportunity to do my PhD under the Erasmus Mundus Fellowship at Sweden, and also I got the prestigious fellowship award called the Schlumberger Faculty for the Future Award. And after that, I had a postdoc experience at 2 years of postdoc experience at various universities like University at Buffalo and University of Postdoc. So all these things happened because of the award, Women in an Inclusive Research Award only. So I would like to see such kind of award as very much required, because during 1990s, if you look at the data, so there are much disparity between the men and the women. I see diversity and inclusion in three different ways. Like, it could be a race, it could be a gender, it could be a social economical situation as well, right? But with respect to this Big Data Award, we are especially contributing towards including more women in the computing as well as the big data community, right? So that's what I feel like I'm the best candidate for this award, because I was truly committed to promote women in computing, as well as the women in big data and then data science field. So I would like to mention it here. I was continuously working towards to achieve this goal. So when I had a chance to work at back in India, so I started up with the IEEE Women in Engineering Forum affinity group at my university, Vellore Institute of Technology. I was the chair. I was holding that position. Whenever I get a chance to promote the women, in the STEM field, especially STEM field, so I would like to see more women has to take part in the women and computing as well as the data science field. So I just started up the women in IEEE, women in engineering, as well as I was also had an opportunity to work with ECML. I was organized as a co-chair along with the Dr. Wendy Hinselman and then Dr. Tracy Camp at University of Colorado and then University of Rochester. I was also part of the ACM networking of networking women. So, and then also I had a chance to work at ACM Women, and then I had a chance to work with so many mentors at the SRP program, which is also their main motivation is also same like the SoBigData Award, SRP HPC program, which is founded by Dr. Marian Lewin. It's from the Sustainable Horizon Institutes, they are also promoting the diversity and inclusion in the high performance computing field. And then also I was also part of the N2 women networking. So wherever I get a chance, I would like to include more women in the computing, women in computing, and then big data and then data science field. So, and at the same time, I also see some of the hurdles, because when you look at the data, and during 1990s, the women in computing, especially the women in computing, a computer or computing science field, is like 34 percentage. Like, if you look at to 2020s, and also it is reduced gradually, like 20 percentage of women are participating, but that's a good sign. But if you don't do nothing promoting the women students take part in the STEM as well as the computer science and then data science field, then definitely it is going to decline, because due to various reasons, we as a women we have it, right? So that's what I would like to participate in this award, and then I would like to apply, and then if get a chance, I would like to mentor in future also with my students, and then I would like to spread the word about how powerful the women in computing is important in order to build a equitable society. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing with us your experience. Very interesting. Let's introduce now Monika Jain. Monika is, as we said, a PhD scholar at the Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology in Delhi, India. Same question for you, Monika. Would you like to introduce yourself and your research field?
Yes, I am Monika Jain. I am currently studying. I am a final PhD student at IIIT Delhi, and currently I am working on the area of relation extraction from the text. So it is the combination of semantic web, logical reasoning, and deep learning and NLP. So it is the combination of various fields, and currently I'm a student, so I don't have that much big journey ahead like Dr. Lakshmi. But yeah, I also plan to do the same, she is heading towards like representing the women's in all over the world and showing the like we can do anything like men's, and that is also my agenda for my life. I think I am very privileged to get this awards, and I think currently I was at the right. I am the right person at the right time. Maybe I got this award because after getting this award, I attended this conference where I was active through. I am active throughout the conference. I presented at PhD forum. I have a paper. Then I have again a poster. So I'm very active in all the sessions, and that is why I can communicate with others and plan to ahead my journey in computing, maybe apply for the postdoc or something. Here we can connect with other professors, and there are so many different kind of pupils present here, so we can interact with them, and then we can show them our journey, and maybe we can go ahead with them. So yeah, it's really a big opportunity for me, and I'm very thankful to you guys for this award. Yeah.
Thank you. Monica, have you faced any challenges in your academic path regarding diversity inclusion, of course?
Yes, so there are so many things that women face challenge. As I am also a mother, I have a 1.5-year-old child, so I'm traveling with him. It's one challenge to be with him. Like we have to take care of the baby, and again you have to be present in the conference and talk with people. So there is one guilty face that is always there. So first is that challenge for a woman that is always there. Secondly, I think there are not so many pupils from India from my from the like the location where I belong, there are so many little pupils, and I don't see women's there a lot. Like here in the conference, there was not a single person that I can talk to from my area, you know. So it's really a big deal that I can come from that place to here, and I can talk to these experts, and this is a very big deal. So I think this is a huge challenge. Maybe I am the luckier and I am the privileged person to be here, and I can like maybe give the path to other pupils, other women in my field, that you can also apply for these for this award and come to this conference and be active throughout the conference and maybe interact with people, and you can plan your journey ahead. So this is very important. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let's present Michela Natilli. Okay, she's one of the project managers of the SoBigData research infrastructures, and also she's involved on research studies about diversity and inclusion in the academic sector. There is a lot to talk about the lack of diversity in science, even in computer science. Michela, can you describe the situation of diversity in mathematical, scientific topics, and especially in computer and data science, i.e. For women, for example?
Yeah, good morning again. First of all, I want to congratulate the two awardees, because it is important to have more female in the STEM world. They already anticipated some of the things that I can say in a certain way. We know, looking at the data, because this is what we do as data scientists in a certain way, looking at the data, we can see how male and female are both represented very well when we look at high level of education, tertiary level of education. They are more or less really balanced, and this is true for many areas, many disciplines. But if we look at the STEM education, the things are really, really different. In data from, for instance, OECD state that more or less 32% of individuals were female in STEM education. But the really sad thing, let me say, is that if we look at ICT, computer science, and engineering, those level are lower. We have less than 20% in ICT and more or less 26% of female in engineering and manufacturing. The quota of female is higher in health studies or statistics, for instance, but this is quite low in as I said, in computer science and engineering. Why? Probably the next question could be why there is this difference. It is difficult to say, because I mean, how can there are not many studies, or the one that are there are not really complete. But for a certain point of view, we know that there is a background. There are some held back biases. There are some social norms that affected the enrollment of female in STEM areas of tertiary education.
Okay, thank you, Michela. Dr. Saravanan, according to your experience, you said already many things that can be done in order to promote diversity and inclusion. Would you like to add something, some suggestion also to us?
Yes, definitely. So as Monika said, I also had some challenges when I was, had my PhD. So developing countries like India. So first I would like to address the challenges. Then I will talk about how we can, promote, how we can include more women in this community and all. Okay. So when I was having my post-graduation, so developing countries, like I was born in India, okay. So during those days, women or girl child are cursed, so male child or they are blessed, and then women are girl child or cursed. And then I have in my family we have three female kids in my family. I have two siblings also.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I think that we lost the
connection.
Maybe we can ask something.
Monika?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
There is an internet problem here.
Yes.
We are disconnected. Yes. Yes, yeah. So we were talking about the challenges, right? So first, my father used to say, like, women child or girl child should come up in their life, So as a part of the women, when we are talking about the women, so it's not only the women. So it's mind change has to happen within the women community, So recently I was awarded with the Fair Funding Award by the funded for the funding for the accelerated and inclusive research, which is like, almost like 1 million funding along with the Berkeley lab. But the thing is, I am having a hard time to include one women candidate in my project because of so many reasons. Okay, so all the challenges which I mentioned here is one of the big challenges. Like, the women are thinking like, we are born to take care of the family first, and then we are not born for the STEM field. We are most suitable for the particular, type of the education system, or we are more suitable for the medicine field, or the education field, like that. So they were thinking like, we are not suitable for the engineering or the STEM field. So as a first initiative, I would like to mentor the students, my students, basically, like, I always mentor my students, I always, whenever I prepare a research proposal, or research, talk or something like that, I always include one woman, especially. I would call myself as a women activist, So I always include the women student. So it's not about promoting the women alone. Like, basically the women should come up in their life. They have to change their mindset. Okay. So even whatever Monika said is correct. I also had the challenges because I have 1 year old baby now. I came along with my family only, because without men's support, we may not be able to achieve this much. We wouldn't be achieving this much, because two men is very important in my throughout my career, throughout my education. First one is my father, Mr. Saravanan, and then now my husband. His name is like Mr. Mohan. Okay, so wherever I go, he is. Sometimes I also feel frustrated because I have to take care of two kids. One is 1 year old, another one is 5 year old, and then within all this thing, I feel like I am born to take care of the family. I some point of time decided to give up the job as well as research. And then my husband pushed me a lot. He used to say me like, no, this is not your limit. You have to go further, and then you may be able to achieve. So during my maternity leave, I achieved this award, Fair Funding Award, which is nearly almost like 1 million. Okay, so what I'm trying to convey here is like, we need to change our mindset, as well as we need to have the supportive family. So every woman that is success, women's success, there should be men also be a part of it. Okay, so and then we need to think about how we can mentor in a way that the marriage or maternity or whatever be the reason, it wouldn't be an obstacle for achieving in the STEM field and all. Okay, so that's what I would like to insist here, or whoever is watching my live video. So women has to come up in their change their mindset and then come up in their life. And then one more thing is, like as I mentioned, so even though I do lots and lots of mentoring stuffs, with respect to the women students in computing as well as the data science field, but even I fail to grab one student, at the same time, the other community people are thinking like the diversity inclusion means like you will have the less community, so you will be able to achieve easily. Like you will be able to get the award easily. It's not like that, right? So with the women diversity and inclusion, then we are also not compromising on the quality of education, right? So that's what we are trying to insist over here. Is the Women in Diversity and Inclusion Award is not meant for we are compromising on something else, and then because of the tag we are the women, we have got this award. Not like that, right? So that's a one point I would like to mention. And then second point is, when we had a faculty search committee, so I was surprised to see not many lots of women in this computer science field, especially qualified computer science, faculty. So out of some 50 candidates, I was able to see only 2%, 2 or 3 women candidate. Even though my university is, appreciating or promoting diversity and inclusion, but the real fact is we don't get that much, good qualified candidate. So in order to foster those, women in computing field, so this kind of award, so big data as well as the SRP-HPC program, and then I can also mention a few of other things as well, ACM women, and then IEEE. So all these professional societies also working towards to achieve the goal. Yes. So in order to promote, my suggestion would be mentoring. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saravanan. Also, Monika, we would like to hear also your point of view. What do you think can be done to promote more diversity and inclusion in data and computer science?
Yes, we should. I totally agree with Dr. Lakshmi. What she said is completely true. Even she has a long journey, but for now, if I talk about myself, I am a student now and I am about to complete my PhD, and now I want to apply for a postdoc and go to some other country to study furthermore. But the challenges that I'm facing right now is that I have a small infant child, and so all the thoughts that come to our mind, like how we will get the child support there in a different country, and like and amongst other things, like the family should be supportive enough that you should travel to other country with your child. Is it possible to do that? So these are all the challenges that I'm facing right now also. So I think the first point is the family should be supportive enough to get your wings on and fly away like that. So your family should be supportive. I'm privileged that my family is extremely supportive. My husband is all supportive throughout my study, and now also he's supporting enough to complete my postdoc. Secondly, I think the women should support each other, motivate each other. I saw Dr. Lakshmi, and I'm really motivated. Like, she has done so many things, and yeah, I also plan to do the same. I want to complete my studies, be a professor at a good university, and then I think I want to inspire other women that we can also do the same thing. We don't need to carry our guilt with us that we cannot have all the things at the same time, we can do that. We can have our studies also, we can have our job also, and we can have a family also. I think in India, the only problem is that being a woman, we always have a pressure, like we have to focus on our family first, for our child education first, for taking care of the family first. You don't need to worry about your career. That is the education that we get in India. And I think that mindset should be changed, because this is the mindset that is the villain and nothing else. People are good everywhere. They are good in India as well. But the mindset is that yeah, you are a woman, you have to cook the food for us, you have to wash the things, and and this mindset is the that is need to be changed. Other than that, I think all the like even other than the mindset, I think the location and the resources are less in India. Like in other countries, we have the free education, and but in India, it's little expensive for a woman to get educated in a good institute. So that is also one challenge. Like in private school, the fees is so much high. So most of the pupils don't want their women child or a man child to study in private university, private colleges and schools. So that is also one challenge in locations like I studied. So I am a privileged student, but not all other girl child get the same, because I got my family, my parents were very supportive, and my in-laws are now very supportive. That is why I'm here. But not all women get the same support. So yeah, so that is one challenge. And yeah, that's it. I think we should support each other, motivate each other, and inspire other women to be in the same field, and so that we can go ahead with us. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Monica. I think we have same problems in many places in the world,
Yes.
so there's a lot of work to be done.
Yes.
Michela, what can we do? What SoBigData research infrastructure does and is willing to do in order to promote diversity and inclusion, besides the SoBigData Award for diversity and inclusion, of course?
I mean, our two awardees said something really interesting related to support to every kind of things that it is more related to the social area. So they are talking about the politics, national policies, and things that can help society in changing and looking at in a different way to this the problem in diversity and inclusion. On the other side, there is something that we can do as researcher, as in my case,
Yes.
also in the management of a research infrastructure. The award is the bigger action that we carry on in as research infrastructure. But there are also some smaller initiative, micro initiatives that are really important as well. For instance, we organize presentation in high schools. We present some of our fanciest and nicer projects to show that there are things that can be done, and we do it in a technical school, but also in more literacy school where female are more present, let me say. Then there are other activities. For instance, in Italy at national level, there is an activity called the Pink Camp done by the University of L'Aquila, and they organize a sort of summer school for young women to show them the power of ICT, the power of learning new technologies, to help them also in choosing this kind of career, this kind of studies, and then career also, because we know that there are the opportunity in employment are huge in the computer science, engineering, STEM, let me say, fields. So those are the things that we can do. The award is the biggest one, as I said, and we are really happy that we have two very good researcher that have won it, and so I hope that the the next award will go to another couple of very good researchers across world. And if we can do just small things, helping them to participate to a conference, to present their work, I think that it is important to support our mission towards inclusion in STEM.
Thank you, Michela.
Thank you, Michela. One last question for Marco Braghieri from the King's College of London. And the last question is about the SoBigData Diversity and Inclusion Award. Marco, will there be another edition of this award? Can you anticipate something to us?
Well, absolutely. I think I can hear my echo, but yeah, no worries. So basically, how the award works is that it selects 2 events per year. The first event is the one where we're very happy to have aided Dr. Saravanan and Monika Jain to participate in Turin right now. And the second event will be the 10th IEEE International Conference on Data Science and Advanced Analytics. That's going to take place in Thessaloniki in Greece from the 9th to the 13th of October. So that's the second event in which we will support participation. We will have the next iteration of awardees, and then for the upcoming years of the project, we will also have 2 events per year, which we will select, where we will support participation and enhance diversity, as we are very happy to have done with our first 2 awardees, and we'll do in Greece in October. So we're looking forward to announce the new winners soon, and then we will also look forward to selecting 2 events for 2024 and having other participants aided by the award.
Thank you, Marco. So I invite you to follow us on our social media channels in order to be updated about our events, and maybe participate again on the SoBigData Award next year. Okay, just look for SoBigData on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and you will find us.
We want to thank our guests, Dr. Saravanan, Assistant Professor of Computer Science at the University of South Dakota. Thank you very much for your participation and enjoy the conference. And Monika Jain, PhD scholar at Indraprastha Institute of Information and Technology in Delhi, India. Sorry. Marco Braghieri from King's College of London and a member of the SoBigData communication team. Thank you, Beatrice, and thank you, Michela, that is project manager of SoBigData Research Infrastructure, and see you in the next occasion. Follow us on our social media. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you so much for this wonderful award. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.